I can honestly say that when the Sega Dreamcast was released, I quickly became a fetish freak. And I just began loving the system, and I wanted to buy units. I've shown plenty in previous videos. The only purpose of this video is to compare serial numbers, because there's so many units here that I just want to give some kind of idea of what Sega was thinking of. But before I do, I'm just doing a quick size comparison. There's the Nintendo 64, of course. There's the sports system. This is the Sega Dreamcast Black model. That's pretty cool. Obviously, these are 2 units. Here's how that looks just to a Nintendo 64. Here's the Sega Saturn. Sega Saturn is actually a lot bigger than the Dreamcast. It looks only a little bigger, but it's bigger in all phases. Meaning it's wider, longer, higher. So this video doesn't really show the difference as much as it should. Maybe that does, right there. Here's how it looks next to a Super Nintendo. Once again, the Super Nintendo is a lot lighter and smaller, whereas the Saturn, it's very difficult to lift, very heavy. Here's a good shot between the Saturn and the Dreamcast. Here's what it looks like next to the Turbo Express. Nintendo 64. The Neo Geo cartridge, Sega Genesis 3. The GameCube, CDX. Got all these units together. Okay, in the upcoming video, I am going to, excuse me, it's going to be in the same video, sorry. But I'm going to be turning these systems around to see what information I can find. Okay, here we go. All the systems are turned around. Plus a few were even added. Little addition here. Okay, let's see what we can find. This was manufactured in September 2000. This was manufactured in October 2000. This was manufactured in April 2000. This is a Saturn. July 1996. Back to the Dreamcast. June of 2000. This was manufactured in July of 1999. And then the next 2 were manufactured in June of 2000. Now the 2 sports systems this one was August 2000, and the other one was August 2000 as well. But it does show you that after they started making the sports system, they did continue making the white system. And finally, the other Saturn was made in June 1996, whereas the first one was July 1996. Here's the SNES 1991 Nintendo, but they would never tell you when it was manufactured. Okay, now here's the Nintendo 64. Okay, this looked the same. Looks the same. One of these looks different. I'm sorry, I made an error. Maybe I should edit this out. I thought I knew what I was talking about. I thought... My fault. Cancel that part out. My fault. And then finally, just a quick comparison. This is a good shot. There's the Saturn in the middle, Dreamcast on the side here. There's the sports system. And then finally, the Panasonic Real 3DO. This is a, oh man, that is heavy. It's a very heavy unit. Whew. And then there's a bunch of Nintendo 64s that all look identical in back. I just thought I would check to make sure. I mean, obviously the serial numbers are different, but serial numbers. But all the writing is exactly the same that I can tell. And as far as this Real 3DO, I gotta get a picture of this. This looks like the best unit I have. Looks like it's in really good condition. But it doesn't tell you when it was made or anything like that. The model FC1, we're aware of that, and then the FC10 was the beautiful one. This was hyper expensive. If I'm not mistaken, this was like $699. It had everything, the AV jacks, the S video, and the regular RF switch. The RF switch, believe it or not, delivered good reception. Meaning, if you had this hooked up with the RF switch, it was not staticky. I mean, it was not as good as the audio video, but it was still not staticky. So, my congratulations to them. And there you have it.